Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk. Got the ladies in the house, come and see just what they into. Every Wednesday at 8, and don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Prayer. So just let us pure clean. You wanna come home to clean, wanna see sparkle and green. You're pure clean, I'm pure clean. Let us get it clean for you. We know you got better things to do, so just let us pure clean.
Sparkle up your space with Pure Clean. Serving Springfield, Illinois, we offer top-notch commercial and residential cleaning services. From offices to homes, we make every corner shine. Call 217-441-3109 for a free quote today. Pure Clean, where clean meets perfection.
Are you tired of the same old workout routines? Well, join the Presidential Fitness family. I have small classes, motivated people, and positive vibes. Inbox me now to try a free class. What up? It's me, Chris. Welcome back to another episode of Girl Talk. Like always, we have a interesting topic, and it is unveiling the shadows, exploring a high-profile Epstein's. Exploring the high-profile Epstein scandal and its ripple effects. Okay, so I'll go back in there and change that later on. But so let's get started. I am completely clueless on anything about the Epstein's files. So we're gonna learn about it together. Do you know anything about it, Heather?
Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces, okay.
And then I just learned, I don't know if that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's not everything, on the internet. Well, on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on Facebook. Okay. They had a trap door that goes right into the ocean. So they think
for bodies?
Yeah, they think that's where bodies and shit would just get dropped down there.
If I'm a billionaire, I'm definitely going to have contingencies, okay? A trap door to the ocean is, I'd rather just have a cremator underneath my house. I'd
rather just have the old mafia way, shoot you and put cinder blocks on you and take you out to sea.
Yeah, I want to just bop them overhead, throw them in a hole. You know what I mean? Boom, incineration. You can burn ashes. Like ashes can burn. I didn't know that. Didn't even know that. Like you can burn ashes up. Like
ash to ash, dust to dust.
Man.
You think about it.
So we're gonna talk about it. A little study is 1 in 4 women deal with some kind of exploitation in life, which is real general. You know what I mean? So 1 in 4 women deal with some type of exploitation. But we're talking about billionaires here, and they influence and they're
rich. They're getting paid to.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I got some videos here on some updated stats and maybe facts. I'm not gonna say that. So all this is alleged.
And then, okay, just real quick, I don't know what we're hopping into.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen the other day, Ty's old lady shared this thing that Oprah was a frequent flyer at Epstein, and then her school that she had, those girls that went missing.
Oh,
they think
Epstein, like a little bit of the dark chocolate, huh?
Yeah.
African, because she was over in Africa.
Yeah. Okay, and then 2 more rabbit hole things that I did see this week. It says Trump was the first one to alert the FBI and the police about Epstein, whatever, in like 2006. So anyways, then today, on break, I seen that Trump would size the kids' genitals when they get. So I'm like, what is going on? So I've heard a
stuff
lot
like that. You can't really.
No, that's what I mean. Like, so it's all over the board. Like, one second, somebody, and that's what I said today. Like, according to what is in the media, I haven't looked into it myself, like you said. Every politician, every celebrity is a pedophile, and everybody's on there arguing who's the better pedophile for real. And it's like, the fuck? No, like that's like saying, oh, I got cancer. Well, so does my aunt. Well, my aunt, cancer's bad no matter who the fuck has it. What, like, it's fucking bad.
Yeah.
So arguing over what fucking, oh, this pedophile's better than this pedophile. You look
better or worse?
We're, what I mean? Either way, like, you sound stupid. You sound fucking dumb.
It has to be stars involved because it got to be somebody with something to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your public reputation, your reputation is everything. Okay, so it definitely has to be some high status. You're not going to check Oprah suitcase and see that there's 3 babies in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That she about to eat later.
Well, they fly private. So all these people did private air, from private land to private land. So yeah, you don't.
Let's think about what them stewardesses and pilots actually been seen before. So like a question that I will have, so I'm gonna ask y'all, do y'all got any, what are you questioning about this whole case? My thing is, why little kids though? That's the thing. You know what I mean? That's my big question.
That's always my question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, as a grown man, you know what I mean? I don't see how kid features can turn you on. You know what I mean? Shoot, like, when I see just like when, let's say I see a tomboy from the back. You know what I mean? I know that's a girl. You know what I mean? Like the vibe is still girl. You know what I mean? Shoot, still shaped and built like a woman, even if you're not built like a woman. You know what I mean? Shoot, like you all seen those like the big studs, like really big. I'm talking about obese.
Yeah.
Might got the big white T-shirt on, got the
dreads.
I don't even go on white girl. That's we seen those. Okay, we seen the big dread girl too before. You know what I mean? But she got the ball cap on. You know what I'm saying? I still know that's a girl from behind, or when I see her. You know, she
Would you still hit it from behind?
I would only hit sexy studs. Okay, so you still gotta studs is still woman shaped. You know what I mean? Like you can't be.
That what I sent you, but and you reshared it. I was like, I know he would hit that for sure.
But she was
the
fine.
Bitch.
Yeah.
I was like,
Fine. You know what I mean? I don't care what you act like. Okay, shoot. Like
I said he was definitely going.
You know what I mean? Like all because you act like a boy, because that's a big thing right now. If you find a stud attractive, that means you gay. No, it doesn't. All because you a girl that like to wear boy clothes, which always been a thing. You know what I mean? Shoot. Go back to TLC when they used to wear boy clothes and jerseys and stuff.
Like
you know what I'm saying? Well, am I not supposed to find you attractive because you like to wear big clothes? I mean, shoot, like I know what's under there.
I started by FUBU, then whatever poncho looking pants, but they was like fluorescent looking almost, but like blue jean at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I had it all. Like, I'm a backup.
So like that. So when I see a child, I know that's a child. You know what I mean? It's automatically like I don't care how adult looking they look. You know what I mean? Just the fact that you know they're a child is the turn off. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say there definitely is some fast acting 15, 16-year-olds. You know what I mean? Shit, I didn't call myself the hot dad. Okay, so so just like when we was younger, and there was girls that liked dads. You know what I mean? Shit, I'd have been out and some young girls are, what up, up? like, you know what I mean? Shit, like they'll shoot their shot. You know what I mean? Shit, so they're looking for a sugar daddy. You know what I mean? Like that's a real thing right now. Is young girls looking for a sugar daddy or something like that. So just the fact that I see them, I know you're a child. That's that it's a you. It's a it. You know what I mean? Sure. Or to even look like a young. I mean, it's hard for an older woman to look like a younger woman, but I don't like little kid features also. You know what I mean? Shit. What was you about to say?
So I had a friend. Her dad was like legitimately deep in with the mafia.
Okay.
So they'd come over, and depending on who it was, he'd tell us to go to a room, or we could just stay outside, and they'd go in the garage. So
mind your business.
Yeah, two of them would come up though, and would pull their jacket like this. Where I swear on everything, I'm not making up. And we could put whatever watch we wanted that they had in their jacket that day, just as that's how they were.
Mm-hmm.
She had all kinds of jewelry from them, watches. I said, no, thank you. And she looked at me like, bitch, take the watch. You know, take the watch. And this one guy, though, I would always get like a weird vibe. And so I noticed when he would come alone, he would tell us, go to your room or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when he'd come with the other guy that always gave us, so that day I got two watches. I was like, damn, my mom, like, I told her, I said, I gotta keep this here. She's like, they're for you. I said, my mom would kill me. If I come home with some shit like this, she'll even think I'm in some shit, or I got a sugar daddy. But the guy that would like want you to take more was always the creepy. Buy more. Kind of like, take this, and if I ever see you by yourself, I'll make sure. It was just something.
I'll make sure to let you know you owe me.
Yeah,
I gave you what you took something.
Yeah,
from
but
me.
she was like, take it, do not. She's like, never refuse anything from them. It's offensive. Like, and that's when I realized who the people they were. I was like, oh, okay.
It was probably genuine gifts from them, if that's the case.
The one guy, after he died, I heard.
Okay, some creepo shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
But nobody, I noticed, would speak on it. He was alive.
Have you guys ever been in a situation with the opposite sex where you felt like overpowered? Like there's nothing you could do, and it doesn't have to be sexual or nothing like that. Just you felt like you had to do something that this more powerful person, whether they was older, stronger, in this case is a billionaire, you know what I mean? Person that can affect your life, probably most likely get you killed if they wanted to, you know what I mean? $2,000 go a long way to a crackhead.
Yeah.
Take that, you know what I mean?
I know.
Oh, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
not that I would know that.
Minda, have you ever been in a situation like that?
Maybe once or twice when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got older, I realized I could always get myself out of that.
Oh, okay. Well, it was back then. You thought you was trapped, but you understand now. You could have did something. You know. Okay. Kevin?
A few times, but that's when tips from my dad and my uncle.
Pop in.
Yeah.
Okay. I had well, as a child, under 18 I had 2 Epstein situations, you know what I mean? Shoot. Like I was just sharing with y'all, the first time I actually had consensual sex was 17, but I lost my virginity at 15. You know what I mean? Shoot, the first one, I was 15, she was 19. Second one, listen, okay, shit. I felt like I was a handsome young man back then, and like I understand girls are just as aggressive as guys, just in a different way. You know what I mean? So, and girls are more manipulative too. I feel, you know what I mean? A guy, if he try to take it from you, it might be forceful. You know what I mean? Shoot, got Jessica in the house. If a guy try to take it from you, it might be forceful. You know what I mean? Shoot, a girl take it from you.
You really want it. So you ain't gotta force nothing on me.
The first time wasn't forced, but if this was,
I'm saying nowadays.
Yeah, you know, I mean, well, it wasn't forced per se.
It was though.
Like it was sort of forced though. You know what I mean? Shit. So if it was me doing it too. If I was 19 and doing it, I would have got in trouble. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, be on the sex offender.
Exactly. Right now. Second, so it happened 4 times in a row at that. You know what I mean? Shit, like just I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. You know what I mean? So that first time, second time was with a girl my age, but she outweighed me probably by like 150 pounds. You know what I mean? Shit, like. She was a really big girl, and I was trying to fight her, but then I couldn't. You know what I mean? So that happened. Then my third and fourth time was both with adults. The third time was actually a legit molestation. Can't say that online, so for some reason, but like talking about secluded me, trapped me, did her thing, wouldn't let me leave type stuff, you know what I mean? And I was 15, about to be 16. I don't even think I had sex when I was 16, you know what I mean? So from turn 15, all this shit happened, you know what I mean? So so that happened with her. And then one more time. So what y'all talking about? We're talking about the Epstein situation. But I asked the question, have you ever been overpowered by the opposite sex before? You know what I mean? I'm just giving my account. So the third time was with that lady. I was 15. She was older than my mom, you know, at least. You know what I mean? She was so... she was at least, I feel like she was like a little bit younger though. So if I'm 15, my mom probably been like 31, 32. So let's say she was 29. You know what I mean? So this lady 29 and a bigger lady. She was bigger than me. You know what I mean? She, as in weight wise, I probably was the same height. Like I weighed like 190. She had to be at least maybe like 220. You know what I mean? Shit. And also I was overpowered by her size, and I didn't want to hurt her. You know what I mean? And I'll be in trouble. You know what I mean? Then I was overpowered by her influence because she actually was friends with my mom. She knew my mom. You know what I mean? So I was getting gaslighted also. You know, so that happened. And then another time I literally was walking down the street, got a lady offered me a ride, and she ended up taking me to Jacksonville. Yeah, you know what I mean? Shit, so that was crazy, you know what I mean? So yes, I've been overpowered in a situation that was Epsteinish.
Oh, well, not. I thought you just meant like when you say worship.
No, I mean it doesn't matter. I said both. I said both.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Shit. Have I ever been overpowered mentally? I say a couple of those times it was. Outside of that, I think when I turned 18, stuff really clicked to me, and I didn't let too many things take advantage of me like that again. You know what I mean? Shit, except my baby mama, they got me, but they got me. But yeah. In the comments section, if you just put, have you ever been overpowered by the opposite sex, whether it was physically, mentally? I don't think in no other real way, I guess, you know what I mean? But in the comment section, let us know. So again, I got some cliff notes of the Epstein situation. So we're gonna just go down the basics of what happened. Okay. So I'm starting from zero. All right. I'm gonna run through the timeline. So Epstein, we gotta say allegedly he dead. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we gotta say allegedly or not, but I'm gonna just say the financier. I'm gonna call him that. The financier built a massive web of connections, but got hit with some allegations from dozens of young women back in the early 2000s. Stuff like paying for massages that left some girls as young as 14. They had over 100 victims that came forth about this. Damn, like 100 under 14 or who was hold on, so are they all under 14 or just people he fucking harassed or something like that, you know? I don't know. Okay, so in 2008, so this happened in the early 2000s. In 2008, he copped a plea. It was just a slap on the wrist, did minimum jail time. Then he was rearrested 11 years later in 2019 for a big time trafficking charge. Then he dies in jail. Okay.
Supposedly.
That's what it says. The poll says 50 to 70% says that they don't believe that it was suicide.
Or that he's even dead.
Probably not dead. I mean, if I'm a billionaire, there's nothing, we got Holly in the house. Like money gonna get you most of the things you want. Tell you that. And need also. So, because if I needed a kidney and I'm a billionaire, I could pay to get one. You know what I mean? And shit. It doesn't even matter where it came from. You know what I mean? Shit.
If you need it, you got it.
Exactly. I'm gonna give you $100,000 to find me a kidney. Okay, that's what I'm gonna tell a motherfucker. And that's all I need you to do. However you come by the kidney is up to you. You know what I mean? Shit. But I'm gonna give you $100,000 to find me a kidney. You know what I mean? Shit. You go get one. Let us know in the comment section if you've been following the Epstein's trial, okay, or the case. I guess it's the trial over with. It's the Epstein's files now. You know what I mean? So, so I got some video. So let me play one of these videos. Mm. So this is a video. This is after he died or before? I ain't sure. But this video is titled "The Documentary of Who Jeffrey Epstein Is, Accused of Sexually Abusing Teen Girls."
We were underage. We were little girls.
I was 16.
I was 16.
I started going to him when I was like 14 turning 15.
If you think at 14, $200, that's a lot of money at 14 years old. I mean, that's a lot of money now.
She's like, oh, do you need to make it?
Apple Teeny, $200. What that mean?
What?
An Apple Teeny is a drink, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, one second, hold on. They're gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
If you think at 14, $200,
Who?
that's a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I thought you meant the blurred video said something about an apple martini. I was like, I didn't hear
I
that.
heard Apple. I heard Apple Teeny.
We heard at 14, so then I thought you were
Oh,
talking
okay.
about
At
the
14.
blurred video, and I was like, I don't know, I don't hear nothing about the apple martini.
Apple Teeny. Oh, yeah. Okay.
$100, that's a lot of money.
Like 14 turning 15.
If you think at 14, $200, that's a lot of money at 14 years old. I mean, that's a lot of money now.
She's like, oh, do you need to make any extra money? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, I can give you, like $200. There's this older guy in Palm Beach. He gets
$200 ain't shit to them, though.
a lot of massages from girls. That was really nice.
They were recruited by someone who was adept at finding girls that would be willing to go to a house for a few $100s. It started out, give a man a back rub, but many cases it turned into something far worse than that, elevated to a crime, and a serious crime in some cases.
Now, a kid can't consent to nothing, you know what I mean? But me being that age before, knowing girls that age before, you knew what you was going there for, you know what I mean? You knew he was gonna suck some dick. 14-year-old Cindy.
Sexual batteries.
My life would have been different if I would have never went to Jeffrey Epstein's house. It was just a dark turning point in my life.
On June 30th, 2008, Jeffrey Epstein, a Palm Beach multimillionaire hedge fund manager, received what might have been the most lenient plea deal for a serial sex offender in U.S. history. The Miami Herald identified over 60 of his victims, just young middle and high school girls at the time of the abuse. More than a decade later, several of them are talking
They all look alike.
for the first time about how they were molested by
Oh yeah, doubly poor.
Epstein and believe they were betrayed by the very prosecutors who were supposed to hold Epstein accountable.
They came from fairly disadvantaged.
These are prosecutors are regular people. If you offer them some life-changing money, they probably take it. In cash. You know what I mean? Like Epstein can give you $1 million cash. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She had $1 million cash. A lawyer is definitely taking $1 million, 100%.
Backgrounds. There was some dysfunction in their families. The lure of...
Well, I'm saying the prosecutors, or you know what I mean, like the other lawyers, you know what I mean? They will throw you under the bus for the right amount of money.
A lot of money was more than they were able to resist.
I went from an abusive situation to being a runaway to living in foster homes to just already being hardened by life on the streets.
The other girls that I personally know of that were coming from trailer parks that were having gun shootings, drugs.
Yeah, like I just said, these poor girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mother was on drugs at the time, and she couldn't provide for me, and I was pretty much homeless.
One child would be lured over, would be paid substantial sums of money, would be offered the further inducement of being paid a bounty for anybody else that she was able to bring to Epstein. A network developed where many young girls in the same kinds of circumstance wound up being victimized.
The three of us slid into the backseat of the cab and we drove. And I remember just driving down Okeechobee Boulevard and thinking how I had never been on Palm Beach Island before in my whole entire life that I had lived in West Palm Beach.
By the time I was 16, I brought him up to 75 girls, all the ages of, 14, 15, 16, people going from 8th grade to 9th grade at just school parties. That's where I'd recruit him from.
All Jeffrey cared about was
just set it on autopilot. If you, you know what I mean? So you get the right one, you're gonna get them.
go find me more girls. His appetite was insatiable. He couldn't stop. He wanted new, fresh, young faces every single day.
The sheer
view coming from a man, you know what I mean? It's like a guy going to a grown man going to I ain't never been to one, but like a bunny ranch, you know what I mean? If you got all the money to have sex with all the girls, you're gonna want to, you know what I mean? So just because you can. So and then another thing I think most guys would say, ain't nothing better than brand new, pussy. New pussy better is the best. Okay, shit. New pussy. That's the best. It don't even gotta be better than my old pussy. You know what I mean? It's just, what's this like? You know what I mean? It's exciting. You know what I mean? So when you just even thinking about it gets creepy when you're thinking about where his mindset was at, you know what I mean? Just because now these are brand new kids. Yeah, like this is a brand new, he definitely had his feel of
instead of 18-year-old strippers, 1-year-old, 20-year-old strippers.
But by the time they're 18, shit, they might have been through a couple of them, you know what I mean? Shit. Like he trying to do devious things to these girls, and he don't want to contract nothing. That's what it is, also. You know what I mean? Shit. So your best bet is the people who have the less sex. You know what I mean? Or has had the less sex.
Volume of girls, the frequency, sometimes several or many in the same day, the age of the girls. In some cases, there were victims that didn't know each other, had never met each other, but they had basically the same story.
I remember there was a staircase, and it was kind of like a spiral almost.
And she brings us up the stairs, and it was like spiral stairs.
You walked into his bedroom, around his bed, to almost like a very little hall, and then it was another door. And that's where everything would happen, was in his bathroom. He would have a dresser, and it was filled with the first drawer was lotion, and then the third drawer down was sex toys. So we would take the massage table out and set it up in the middle of the room.
And then he came in with his white towel on around him.
And then he just laid down in his towel on his stomach, and he was just talking to people on the phone. When he flipped over, that's when he said, okay, you can go ahead and take off your shirt and pants, but you can stay in your underwear.
He would want us to stand next to him, and he would masturbate while he stared at us, touched us.
To pull his nipples and to play with them in between his fingers. And also while I was playing with his nipples, he kept doing that stuff to me. But he was very aggressive, when...
Okay.
She can't talk for shit. I'm going to say that. Hold on.
I think she went through it the worst. By her mental house.
She looked like a crackhead.
Compared, to when she got there. But I think she probably went through it more than... it affected her more.
Okay. Or she definitely out of all the girls who who came forth, she probably like the worst case of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying.
The worst mental.
Something
Okay.
out of
Well, I gotta hear what you said.
Go ahead and take off your shirt and pants, but you can stay in your underwear.
He would want us to stand next to him, and he would masturbate while he stared at us, touched us.
To pull his nipples and to play with them in between his fingers, and also while I was playing with him.
What with his fingers? So play with his nipples, and what with his fingers?
between his fingers.
I'll put them between.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I'm trying. I like details. Okay.
And to play with them in between his fingers, and also while I was playing with his nipples, he kept doing that stuff to me. But he was very aggressive, like when he would do it.
And then he tried to put his finger in my underwear, and I like jumped back, and I pulled back, and I was like, whoa. And he's like, no, it's okay. I'm sorry. I won't do that. And then he went back to doing that. He's like, just on the outside. And I'm like, oh my God.
It ended with sexual abuse and intercourse, and then a pat on the back. You've done a really good job. Like, thank you very much. And here's $200. Before you know it, I'm being lent out to politicians and to academics and to people that royalty and people that you would never think, like, how did you get into that position of power in the first place if you're this disgusting, evil, decrepit person on the inside?
Epstein, then in his 50s, was also suspected of organizing.
How much money did they make though? That was like, I know it's $200 when you got there, but if you went to politicians and royalty and stuff, like
did they pay you extra too?
Exactly. You know what I mean? So was that his price or was that the set price? I don't know.
Sex activities with underage girls at his homes in New York City, New Mexico, and on his private island in the Caribbean.
You're talking about hundreds.
That's when you a thirsty creep ball. When you buy a whole island just to go fuck on.
Yeah.
Of children all over the world.
Victims that were alleged sex slaves of Jeffrey Epstein, that they brought over from Eastern Bloc countries.
I've seen hundreds and hundreds of girls go through Jeffrey's swinging door, his ever revolving door.
This guy is big time. He knows people that know people that know people.
Flight logs from his plane and his address book read like a who's who of some of the richest and most famous and powerful.
What's crazy is that you wrote people's names down. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy thing. You know what I mean? Good thing you did, because my boy Bill right there.
People in the world, celebrities, actors, philanthropists, academics, and world leaders.
It's really disappointing to look, as a lawyer, to look at this circumstance and say, how did this happen?
What's crazy is if you didn't know he was doing all this and he invited you to his island, you'll go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sure. So,
and then get there.
Yeah, but it's up to you though what you do after. Okay, so if you see, I just did a little video on something like this before we get, hold on. Just says, never been overpowered but uncomfortable when men stare. So I was pumping gas last week and the man walked up and said, hey there, you have a man? I said, I am a man. And I got him to walk away fast. So it was awesome. That's funny. Dang, what were you talking about?
You just made a little video on what you do with information.
Yeah, so if what video I make? It was damn, I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna come back to it. Dang. I like to read the comments before I forget to read the comments. So hold on. It'll come back to me. Let's go back a little bit, see if I remember.
Celebrities, actors, philanthropists, academics, and world leaders.
It's really disappointing to look, as a lawyer, to look at this circumstance and say, how did this happen? One individual commits one abuse of a minor in one instance of abuse of a minor, and they're held accountable for years and years through the criminal justice system. This individual abused hundreds of girls, and nothing happened. It's really, really unfortunate. We look at that and we say, how did the criminal justice system fail these girls in such a significant way? How has that happened?
There was ample physical evidence and witness testimony to support the girls' stories, including notepads seized from Epstein's home with their names and phone numbers, along with phone records. Despite the corroborating evidence, Palm Beach State Attorney Barry Krischer wanted to charge Epstein only with a misdemeanor.
And once that happened, it was clear to me that justice would not be served by the state attorney and the handling of
Misdemeanor. Damn. Crazy.
the case, and we referred it to the FBI. And then there were many, many more victims after that time.
Epstein hired somebody that would impress the state attorney, Barry Krischer, to drop the investigation.
The U.S. Attorney's Office got involved with this case with Jeffrey Epstein's A-list of defense attorneys that are extreme.
Man, if these motherfuckers don't look like devils, man, really, definitely this one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's right. That's what he's like. Oh my goodness.
Extremely well known and extremely powerful. I think these attorneys were able to manipulate the sitting U.S. attorney and the assistant U.S. attorney working the cases. A few things happened in this case that during my law enforcement career I've never seen before. The U.S. attorneys here had an indictment and they were sending it back and forth to Jeffrey's lawyers for changes. Never seen anything like that before.
Well, I started getting...
It was made indictments. Then they sent it to the lawyers for changes to the indictment? That's what you just said? That's crazy.
Somewhat of an inclination that this is a situation where somehow, for some reason, the defendant and the government are working together against the victims. Although that kind of conspiracy theory sounds so preposterous that I didn't want to believe it.
A subsequent FBI investigation found a sprawling network of victims and enough evidence to fill a 53-page indictment with federal sex crime charges. But Miami U.S. Attorney Alexander Acosta signed off on a secret plea bargain, while deliberately non-informing Epstein's victims. The deal granted Epstein and his accomplices immunity from federal prosecution. Epstein pleaded guilty in state court to 2 prostitution charges and served 13 months.
Well, everything costs, you know what I mean? So if you got enough money, you can, I mean, just like, let's say I'm a pretty lady and I get pulled over and shit, I can flash a titty and get out of the ticket. That costs me a titty, you know what I mean? Shit. So just like getting out of that ticket costs a titty, getting out of this might have cost him, let's say $100 million, but he got that though, you know what I mean? Sure.
Epstein's punishment was like that of no other sex
Crimes are just like, you gotta pay to get out of jail. You gotta pay an attorney, so it's a lot of money involved. The more money you got, the more likely you can get away with a murder if you got enough money.
offender in Florida. He had a private space in a vacant wing of the Palm Beach County stockade, but records show he spent limited time there. He was allowed to go to his private vacant wing of the punishment was like that of no other sex offender in Florida. He had a private prostitution charges and his immunity from federal prosecution. Epstein pleaded guilty in state court to 2 prostitution charges and served 13 months. Epstein's punishment was like that of no other sex offender in Florida. He had a private space in a vacant wing of the Palm Beach County stockade, but records show he spent limited time there. He was allowed to go to his private West Palm Beach office, where he spent up to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, often accepting visitors, including female friends.
What he ended up pleading to was a
So he was on work release.
Yeah.
Jeez.
joke. The sentence he served was even a bigger joke. And then his probation was a slap in everybody's face.
The government, by that agreement, was definitely putting their name on something that they believed at that moment was ending the prosecution, the possibility of prosecution, and ending the victim's rights. Right there, that's what the government believed.
How can you do that to?
Because he said he got immunity from federal prosecution, which that's crazy because federal and state ain't the same thing. Right. So how'd you get that?
all these girls, how can you tell them that what he did was okay?
Acosta, now President Trump's labor secretary, didn't explain why he sealed the details of Epstein's plea so that no one would know the scope of Epstein's crimes or who was involved. Years later, he said he and his staff were bombarded by Epstein's army of legal superstars who launched a year-long assault against him and other prosecutors that they took all the way to the U.S. Attorney General in Washington, D.C.
If you don't let the victims be a part of the solution, there is no solution. And in the case of Jeffrey Epstein, the prosecutors created a universe that excluded the victims and disempowered them for a second time and empowered the perpetrator. That is absolutely unacceptable.
Really, if you think about it too hard, it's scary because this is our government that's supposed to protect us, but has done everything to protect, a pedophile.
Federal prosecutors claim they achieved a victory by forcing Epstein to register as a sex offender, but there's no agency that regularly monitors his whereabouts. He lists his residence as the U.S. Virgin Islands, but his flight records show that he takes trips around the United States and Europe in his new private plane.
This is probably the most...
you can't lead a state, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Unjust outcome of any case that I've been involved in 40 years.
I think it's something that the government just can't ignore anymore. There's so many of us that they just can't forget about it. It's not something that's going to be yesterday's news.
Since then, about 24 civil lawsuits have been filed in connection with the case, including one set to go to trial in December in state court in Palm Beach County that could finally expose more about Epstein's crimes, how many people were involved, and why his case was dismissed by federal prosecutors. Another case filed by Epstein's victims in federal court seeks to invalidate Epstein's plea deal and send him to prison.
I am involved in this case in defending the integrity of the justice system, in making sure that we do everything we can to be sure that justice is not bought.
He needs to be behind bars. He needs to be behind bars for the rest of his life. There is way too many girls for him not to be. It's just mind-blowing.
Reached out to all the lawyers in the video, including the former U.S. attorney. His official office referred the Herald to the U.S. attorney's office, which had no comments. Barry Kishler did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Epstein did not respond to the requests made in the letter, so he was alive here. Letters to his Palm Beach home and in New York, and letters and emails sent to his attorney, Jack Goldberg. He also did not respond to a request made in person by a reporter who visited his Palm Beach home. He was trying to get that quote. Oh, that was okay. So, now that we know a little bit more about the case, what are some rumors I've heard? Okay, so there's no official list yet, but documents mention over 150 names, mostly witnesses or people with loose ties. So we're talking about ex-presidents, on flight logs and events. No one's been hit with any charges yet. Even the people, royalty. We just pretty much same thing. We just saw tech gurus and celebrities. Pretty much it is an elite boys club. It's a lot of, but no official list. Do you think all celebrities, in order to get to that status, have to be a part of something like this or know something like this? Heather.
Do what?
Do you think, no, I went right into a question. Do you think to be a celebrity. So like George Clooney, Matt Damon, Halle Berry, Jessica. No, Jessica Alba ain't that famous right now, but she still had. At one point, she was pretty famous. You know what I mean? Everybody running their course. Fucking Morgan Freeman. Do you think that they got to be a part of things like this just to be considered to get the fame that they have? No? How many celebrities, like percentage wise, do you think are involved in things like this? So when I say celebrity, I'm talking about A-list celebrities.
Like
Ryan Reynolds.
50,
I think
60%.
60%.
50, 60.
50, 60. Okay.
There's some down ass motherfuckers that are actors.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't down for no shit like this.
Minda, what do you think? Do you think to be a celebrity, you have to take part in things like this?
I don't think you necessarily have to.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them might be persuaded, though, that they can go farther in their career if they are a part of things and keep quiet about stuff they do.
I definitely think that. Like, there's perks to being a ped. You know what I mean? Shit. So, allegedly, Will Smith, you know what I mean? Cat Williams said Ludacris, you know what I mean? They've been a part of these circles where you got to do stuff like that. And then you hear about they all worship the same thing, you know what I mean? Like the goat, they worship the goat. These just fan theories, you know what I mean? Jay-Z, it's the diamond, the Illuminati, you know what I mean? You see that a lot. Illuminati, things supposed to be Illuminati, a lot of celebrities do, you know. Then, most of them got a lot of, like when you hear about the Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl just passed, I ain't checked that one out, but let's say the one with Kendrick Lamar and stuff, you know what I mean? They say is imagery in there that is devil worshiping somewhat, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So they like to hide in plain sight and show and do things like that, like even what's the boy name? Old Town Road, what's his name? The country rapper.
Old Town Road.
The person who sings.
The person that sings it.
Oh.
Look it up. Let's see if I can think of it for him. I don't listen to his music, so. He got a name named as Lil Nas X.
No.
Nas X, that's what it is?
No.
No?
But
he got a name like another rapper already.
Well, yeah, it does say it is Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X, okay, yeah, I got it.
What?
I didn't think that's who it was.
Yeah, that's Old Town Road.
He escalated quickly.
Yeah, he did. Gay. I mean, to be gay is part of that thing. You know what I mean?
No, just his music.
What you mean? I don't listen to his music.
It went from I don't either, but he's in reels sometimes or whatever. And it's like way fucking weird shit. I'm like, it's a for sure no for me.
Oh yeah. Now that video was from 7 years ago. I got another video that's more recent. 10 hours that is, okay? So this video is called Videos in the Epstein Files Revealed Disturbing Look into Jeffrey Epstein's Private Life.
Now, videos included in the latest drop provide a disturbing look inside the life of the convicted sex offender. More than 2,000 videos make up hours of footage, and it includes videos recorded by Epstein, received from others, or downloaded from the internet.
It's the first Diddy. Okay, I said, damn, Epstein, you're too old to be making videos, though. No, I'm saying too old as in this ain't what you used to do. You used to use Polaroid pictures, okay, and they used to be in a Polaroid book, you know, a picture book. Anybody got those? Y'all still? Damn.
Yeah, you can buy Polaroid camera.
No, I got a Polaroid camera. I'm talking about the picture book. You know,
Yeah,
photo album. Yeah, photo album. I forgot the name of it. A picture book. What is that?
Joining me now is Tanya Lukyanova, a video journalist at the Free Press. She dug through hours of that video and can give us some analysis on what she saw. We should note Free Press and CBS News share a parent company in Paramount Skydance. Tanya, good morning.
She saw a video, the Epstein video. Oh, shit. And she's smiling today.
It's traumatic for people to even dig through these files and see what they see, but you've done that. I'm curious what jumped out at you.
Be worried about this bitch. She go here and she can talk about it.
Wasn't clear before.
I think that the biggest revelation here is in the overall find of in the sheer volume of these files. These files you can think of like if you were to see somebody's laptop or their phone or their devices, sort of like what kind of window into their psyche and private world can you glimpse at there? And I think we have not seen a new Epstein. We've seen this videos reveal the same Epstein over and over again, operating in plain sight, surrounded by enablers, insulated by wealth, and completely confident that this videos belong to him and they will never be sort of made public.
But you were telling me in the break that that's almost what jumps out at you, because he's recording these women and girls while he's speaking to them,
right,
thinking no one will ever see this footage.
The sheer volume of sexually explicit materials that he has asked his victims to send to him that have been found in his devices is sort of telling in and of itself. But for anybody who's asking how something like this could have been happening for so long and in plain sight, I think these videos do a lot in terms of answering that question. And they really reveal the banality of Epstein's evil, I think. I think he's been such a mythological creature, mythical, I should say, creature. He's been, we try to ascribe him some qualities that he might not possess because it's hard to kind of wrap our brain around how something like this could be happening. And I think these videos together, watched together, go a long way in terms of explaining how something like this could be happening.
Now, there is also a 2-hour interview conducted by Steve Bannon.
That's right.
What did that reveal?
Well, first of all, as you know, the emails have also revealed sort of a friendship of sorts that has been going on between Epstein and Steve Bannon. That is a bizarre interview. It was apparently intended for a sympathetic documentary that was meant to rehabilitate Epstein's image. It was conducted sometime in 2019. It's really meandering. It's almost 2 hours long. It goes through a number of topics. They talk about politics, economics, science, Epstein's ascent to elite institutions. But one of the bizarre moments comes at the very end where Steve Bannon sort of out of nowhere begins to pressure Epstein on whether he is the devil himself. The conversation starts, they start talking about, Bannon first asks him, what does he think of institutions accepting money from somebody like himself, which is...
I guess because he's dead, they can talk about this, you know what I mean? But she ain't got the actual, recording, but I would think if this was like a legal thing, you couldn't be talking about this. But since he's dead, I guess so, you know what I mean? But I heard that he was talking to, they got some videos of him talking to different people. And one of the ones that's going around the most right now is him getting is somebody else who's alive right now telling him how to make the documentary and how to make it look like you're more human and not a monster and stuff like that. So they were trying to figure out how to get the public back on their side.
A tier 1 sexual predator. And Epstein defends his philanthropy by arguing that, the recipients of the funds would not care about the source of the money. And he says, if the devil himself told mothers in Pakistan whose children are receiving polio vaccines that, I'm going to exchange some money for your children's lives. And then that's where Bannon interjects and he goes, do you think you're devil himself? And Epstein tries to laugh it off, and Bannon bizarrely presses him on this subject. He's like, no, it's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself? And it ends up being one of the last questions. Then Epstein cuts him off in a couple of minutes and says he has to go.
Quite revealing of the psyche, the logic that was used, and how close he was to powerful people for so long. Really fascinating to get your take, Tanya Lukyanova. Thank you very much.
That nigga is still alive, man. Oh my gosh. It didn't answer. Asked him, is he the devil himself? He said, hey, I'll talk to you later, bro. Oh my gosh. So I got some the public consensus. They think it's a conspiracy for real, and most people. 60 to 7% ain't buying the transparency of the legal system about this case. 67% says it's a cover-up. I would think more people would think it was a cover-up. That's still close to half. I think it would be more like 9%. But a lot of people like this guy still. You know what I mean? So, sometimes you can't convince a person that you can't convince people that another person is bad. Even if they know what they did, they said, "Well, you still some good in them," or something like that. So most agree that he's guilty, 84%, but they don't believe that he's really dead. You're too rich to be dead. Like. You would just like who would be able to kill him? He had a private wing at a pedophilia jail, a pedo jail. Had his own wing, wasn't there half the time. You know what I mean? He got enough money to make things happen.
No, that was before.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So that was first. Now that he got caught again, you think I can't? You know what? I done fucked up, and I'm about to just go. Let me just go start over somewhere else. You know what I mean? Shoot, there's a whole bunch of places you can go, live like a king, and still do what he do. You know what I mean? Shoot, go over to Africa. You know what I mean? Shoot, I got me a mansion over in a different type of in the woods somewhere, in the jungle somewhere. You know what I mean? Shit, is everything I need here. You know what I mean? Anything I need, I get flown to, and including bitches if necessary. And you know he's gay too. Gotta be. You know what I mean? Shit, if you like little kids, you'll fuck anything. That's what I'm saying. If you'll mess with a kid, you'll fuck with anything. Oh yeah. I know. I mean. Dang, I want to say it, but well, you know what? I mean, the majority of gay guys I know, when I like to say, if a man will fuck a man, he'll fuck anything. You know what I mean? Shit. I mean, shoot, you don't even care. You know what I mean? Shit, because like the men that be getting fucked ain't. You only fucking them because they fuck men. It ain't because they attractive. You know what I mean? So it's the sloppiest of the sloppy sometimes. You know what I mean? Those big, handsome gay guys, they're really on TV. You know what I mean? That's movie shit. Most of them are the guys that girls don't want. You know what I mean? So the majority of gay guys that I know, which ain't a lot of them, you know what I mean? But I done heard something about and almost confirmed about them liking kids or something like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta say, if you like kids, if you like kids, you're possibly gay too. You know what I mean? To me, that's what I was getting at with that. Just because I know a lot of, I heard of a lot of gay guys liking kids. You know what I mean? So not that all gay guys like kids. I'm just saying that. You know what I mean? I know a couple of good ones. But once you go that route, you're part of the group now. Sorry. People don't think it was suicide or foul play. Maxwell, I'm not sure who that is, got 20 years for her role.
His wife.
Oh, his wife.
Wesley.
Shit, damn. Okay. Is she still alive?
Yeah. She's under active investigation. Like, she's telling them shit too.
Okay. I mean, because you can't look
and
like.
then there's talk about her possibly getting pardoned by Trump and shit. Like, people are speculating, and it's like I don't see
him doing that.
Pardoning her.
Yeah, like you gonna make too many people mad. But I see why people would want her pardoned though. Like, you might hate Jeffrey Epstein so much. You think that he must have coerced his wife also, just like he did to young girls, you know what I mean? So I see why they would probably want her to be let go. But also, you can't be with this man and not know what he's doing though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit. Depending, and like the reason why you with him is because you know, I mean, he can trust you, but now he dead, it don't matter. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure she got 20 years because she kept her mouth shut. What's crazy is that you can, money manipulates the law like this stuff also. You know what I mean? Like they said.
Not for her though.
No, not for her. Well, shoot. I mean, you don't know what you know where her prison is?
She's in Texas. She was found guilty on 5 of 6 counts in 21 and was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison.
They say federal prison like hotel. Do they say where?
Her current status as of February of this year is, it just says serving her sentence in Texas, where she's been seeking a pardon.
She's probably gonna get it. I'll say she's gonna get it. Like, if he a billionaire, she got a few million somewhere. Okay, shit, she definitely got some money. Even though, like, all because he got sentenced to some shit, don't mean he don't got no money no more. You know what I mean? They didn't take away all his money. They didn't take away all her money. You know, so she gonna get a pardon. She definitely, money talks. Okay, shit. She probably had to. They probably told her, "Hey, man, this is the best we can do for you, and you still live." You know what I mean? Shit. Like, do you think he did? Just do you think he committed suicide? Heather? No. Binda?
I doubt it.
Doubt it. Mm-hmm.
I think that's why she got 20 years.
Because he
she's a down ass bitch.
I mean, yeah. Shoot. She got. I mean, she kept her mouth shut, and in order to get out again. Now I die as Jeffrey Epstein. I commit suicide. Actually, I'm in Zimbabwe or motherfucker, I'm in Alaska. Ooh, nigga, that's where I'm at. I'm in Alaska because it's livable and ain't nobody there for real, but it is. Shoot, like before tonight, if I saw Jeffrey Epstein, I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Shit, I didn't know how he looked or nothing like that. I wouldn't know. There's a lot of people wouldn't know who Jeffrey Epstein is if they saw him.
I wouldn't know.
And then let him grow a beard, dye his hair, put some shades on or some glasses. Should get a nose job. Shoot, I mean, shit.
He said he knows Prezi from the blog.
You know what I'm saying? You're somebody else now. You know what I mean? Shit. I mean, he like one of the most basic white dudes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, somebody look like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody look like this guy. Shoot.
Dry eyes, get clear.
There you go. You know what I mean? Shit. This is Ryan Reynolds when he get older. Look at him. You know what I mean? Shit. Clean shaven. Grow his beard out. Shit. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna make a Jeffrey Epstein real quick. But a different a different look. Okay, so this how he looks right now. All right, well, not right now, but we're gonna tell AI to put a disguise on him.
A disguise.
Disguise.
Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm kidding. Did you type that in?
No. I just said disguise this man. 78% done. You know what? Give him a beard. I'm gonna just make it natural stuff. Give him a beard. That's the beard.
Okay.
Dye his hair blonde.
Make it easy real quick. Enlarge it again. I just want to see something. Ask to give him bangs.
Give him bangs? Okay. You gotta make him like a real person.
You said disguise.
Okay, disguise. Okay.
He's got money to.
Okay. Okay.
Extensions right there.
Okay.
He's really trying to.
Okay, correct. You are correct.
Like a beard, and they're gonna know who that is. A beard and blonde hair.
What do you say? Give him bangs.
Kurt Cobain. See?
Make his beard blonde.
You gotta have him matching.
Yeah.
And a nose piercing or something. Those can be fake nowadays too.
It made it somewhat
Yeah,
blind. Okay.
it makes them look different though.
Yeah. Okay. So then
With the bangs too.
add glasses. Reading glasses at that. Not even nothing. Thanks for tuning in. We try to we don't believe Jeffrey Epstein is committed suicide. So we making him we seeing if he can okay. That's just with reading glasses on.
Yeah.
And then
he looks like a poet, don't you know?
then we're gonna make him skinnier. Hold on. Make him skinnier. Fatter?
I don't know.
Should he be fatter or skinnier? I would think he'd be more skinny.
Okay.
Skinnier, yeah.
Make him. Is that? Don't like the word skinny. Make him thinner.
Yeah.
I don't want to. He got money. Make him darker. Make him tanner. We're gonna make him extra tan.
Yeah.
All right.
That's scary though, because I've like seen somebody that looks like that, you know, walking through Walmart.
Well, I want to make his body something. It won't make him. Make him
hairy chest.
Weigh less. I don't want to say. I don't want to do that. It's probably inclusive. Make him
look bulimic.
Anorexic.
You're strung out.
They gonna say that, so we're gonna just leave.
Do a nose piercing.
Nose piercing. Why nose piercing? Okay, nose piercing.
Because he looks like a poet or a painter.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
You know what? That shit, you correct though. Hold on. It's all right. Yeah.
If I was trying, that could be fake. Those are,
yeah, they gotta be real.
Yeah.
All right. So we got the.
That's shit I.
All right. So I'm about to put it on here. It'll be a whole nother person. We'll put it up here for everybody to see. 1 second. All right. So we got the Jeffrey Epstein's disguise if he ain't dead.
Oh, yeah.
And that's me not cleaning it up for real. Hold on. No. Bam.
That was like, I don't even know.
That's a whole different person. Hold on. I'm making make that just a little bit better. Yeah, that guy could walk past you would never know that was Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
The babies do it. Probably if he had black hair though, because they're used to him having light hair. So you should see what it is.
I thought he had brown hair. Okay.
No. For years he's had that gray.
gray. Okay. All right.
So they're used to it being lighter. Just saying.
Good enough. Hold on.
So that would draw
You're right.
attention. I be thinking.
Yeah. So black, you said?
Yeah.
I thought his hair was dark.
And a black beard. Maybe like 20 years ago. Just,
Lately, to that hillbilly. Yeah, that's a hillbilly for sure. Hold on, let's go back up there. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Oh, shit.
Looks like a painter or a poet. Or a creep.
Or what?
Or a creep.
Or a creep. Oh. Well.
I drank like 20 waters today.
Go pee-pee.
I know. I'm just thinking about what. So I'm trying to hold on to what I can.
No.
I don't know how to work any of it.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll never know. Oh, man.
Especially tan.
Man, tanned up, yeah, you know what I mean? Shit. You know, I'm gonna leave this in the corner somewhere. Hold on. There we go.
Dead or alive.
Let me delete this off this page. Okay, shit. Hold on. So yeah, nobody think that he's actually, like most people think he's 67% think he's still alive. All right, shoot. And it's possible. You would never know that dude still stays in America right there, over on the right. And he probably can pay for all the hair he wants put on his head. You know what I mean? Shoot.
Just saying.
Do y'all know any other conspiracy theories that you believe in, or did Michael Jackson really die? I don't think he ever messed with little kids though. I never felt like it. You know what I mean? So,
I don't think he did either, really.
It's not a conspiracy. Not to me, I believe. I believe the earth is round. The Earl is round.
I was like, Earl.
Yeah, the Earl.
The Earl might be flat, but the earth is round.
There you go. Who do you think was on the island? You got any outside of Oprah? I think I bet the Rock.
Jennifer Lopez and all that have been there, all kinds of people.
I bet the Rock liked it there. He's too famous. Got too much money. Who else? Diddy definitely went to Epstein Island. Or was they like competitors? Like, ooh, that's real shit. Cause you never heard about Diddy and Epstein.
After the use of GHB oil on my back.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, I bet that shit come.
You never heard about Diddy and Epstein, though. Hold on, together. Have you? Hold on, let's see. Does Diddy have a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Said, it's a quote here. It says, he was in cahoots with Epstein. Diddy's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein get discussed by Joe Rogan. Well, let's see if we can find it real quick before we, because I want to know that. Joe Rogan, Diddy, Epstein. Let's see. This happened 6 months ago. This is that Michael Douglas inbred. So if y'all don't know what we got over here in the corner, we got the Jeffrey Epstein's disguise. All right. So if he's not dead, this would definitely be. You wouldn't know this man was this man walking down the street.
Definitely not.
So hold on. So we got Joe Rogan talking about Diddy and Epstein. So let's check that out.
Call it Depstein.
Depstein?
Depstein. Call it Depstein. You guys got any snacks?
Called this from the beginning, and especially when you found out that Comey's daughter was going to be the judge. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Wasn't she the same judge on the Ghislaine Maxwell case? Yeah.
Oh yes, I did hear this.
Yeah. Bro, where's the videos? They were telling us the videos are going to come out. Incredibly high-profile people doing horrendous things.
This is what happened to the Diddy tapes and the Epstein's list. So this might not be talking about
things, evil things. People are going to go to jail. People are going to be shocked.
Yeah.
Where?
Right.
Nothing.
Well, like
zero.
My thing about the Diddy thing is like, I don't really give a fuck. These people they're of age. They're like 18 years old. And is it?
Who's that? The Diddy you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was saying that too, though. You know what I mean? I was like,
you're like, I'm sorry, but there's performers, like famous people, and they'll call me right now
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "Oh, you want to go to dinner? Okay, and I'm gonna fuck." You know what I mean? Like, you know that. You can't say you don't.
Yes, you know what's gonna happen.
Especially them. I'm okay. Yeah, like this is a once in a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you ain't got something that keeps on giving, we gonna fuck tonight too. Okay.
You got some of that oil? That Diddy oil?
Shitty what he's doing, trying to like use people and leverage them into do these weird sexual things and like sick shit, just the most sick shit you could possibly think of. But like the way I look at it is these people are using this Diddy stuff. All it does is like take away from the real child trafficking that's going on with like underage kids, right? There's like what 300,000 something like missing kids. Like talking about Diddy and his oil parties with these 18-year-olds, like, do I think it's good? No. I want to beat up their dad, but other than that, I don't really give a fuck if there's like 18 and 19-year-olds that are doing this stuff, as long as they're not being like actually like.
What you saying? What you think? Hannah?
What?
What you saying? What about what?
Just some of the words you're saying. I was like, did you just say what I'm thinking?
Well, I mean, they're 18 and not they adults. So fuck them shit. But he say want to beat their dads
no,
up.
He's talking about the P. Diddy.
Yeah.
R. Kelly, he said everybody was consenting. They, you know, but he said P. Diddy was doing like sick, fucked up, making people do sick, fucked up shit.
But they was willing adults, he's saying. That's what he's saying. He don't care because they adults and they can do what they want. He said he want to beat up their dads, you know, because you obviously fucked up. You just was a minor and now you already at a Diddy party. Is crazy. You know what I mean? So I agree with this guy, like for real. You know what I mean? Shit. Like I know my daughters ain't at the Diddy party. And I know I taught them not to be at a Diddy party or nothing like it. You know what I mean? So for you to be there, you had to be misguided somehow. But then you being there, I still can't do nothing about because you're an adult. You know what I mean? So I get what he's saying. He really he ain't sparing any words, of course, but he can say it in a different way. But yeah, I agree with his premise.
Physically raped, but I mean, it seems like what's going on is just like this weird cultish thing where they slowly get creep closer and closer and closer to this thing. Like, oh, I'm here now. All these famous people are here. They're doing this like
elaborate parties, lots of money, everything you want. The golden carrot at the end of the stick.
Right.
So the thing is, he's not even being charged for any of the things you just brought up. He's not being charged for blackmail, which is kind of crazy because, like, what did they do? Why did they tell us that there was all these videos of all these high-profile people and then silence, and then it never comes up once during the trial? There's none of that stuff in the trial. In the trial, it was his ex-girlfriend Cassie. They were talking about, so like, he's up for these 2 charges left, and it's like
it ain't because of Diddy. It's because of what's on the tapes. You know what I mean? Because once it comes out, it's public knowledge. You know what I mean? Once it goes to court, it's public knowledge. So it's people like Jay-Z that's on the tape, Beyonce on the tape, you got princes and princesses on the tapes and stuff like that. Anybody that hung out with Diddy is probably on one of these tapes, and it's nothing for let 50 lawyers jump out and say, hey, don't put that shit out there. Okay, none of them tapes like those are that's not evidence. That's not evidence. Definitely if they're of age, you know what I mean? Shit, that's not evidence. That's property, you might as well say. And you can't really you need something? Hold on. You really can't do nothing about these tapes because these are adults on here. And if I don't want my tape out there, don't put my tape out there. You know, so I consider to all that. Okay, that's not evidence. So unless you want somebody to know that that's what happened, which he probably got you doing some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Shit, man, just think about it. That's crazy. Man,
prostitution, something. It's like nothing stuff. It's like stuff that he's going to go to jail for like 5 years, if at all, and probably won't.
Right.
And he's already been in.
Motherfucking, I just looked this up today. R. Kelly don't get out till 2047.
What?
Yeah, he don't get out till 2047, but Diddy don't get out until 2028. Mm-hmm. R. Kelly gonna be 78 when he gets out. That's crazy.
Jail for it's like what is time served now? It's over a year, right?
Yeah. No, I think he's gonna walk, dude. I mean,
I think he's gonna walk
I don't
too.
think he's gonna spend any time.
And this is what Kurt Metzger called a long time ago. As soon as he saw that it was Comey's daughter, he was like, "Oh, he's gonna walk. Trust me, he's gonna walk." There's a bunch of high-profile people that are connected to this.
Yeah.
They're covering it all up. If he goes down, they go down. So he's not gonna go down.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like, if he really did have like really wealthy, high-profile people at his parties, which we know he did, you know. Diddy prosecutors abandoned multiple allegations against rapper days before trial's end. Hey, he says,
wow.
Hey, remember I called it? This is Kurt Metzger on Twitter. Because James Comey's daughter is the prosecutor. Yep. Remember how well she swept up on the Ghislaine trail?
Yep.
Hey, who else called it?
Yep.
I can't be the only one. Yeah, he called it.
Yep.
He called it in the
this now.
He called it in the fucking green room of the mothership. Right when he found out, he goes, he's gonna walk. I'm like, what are you talking about? Have you heard these charges? He's going to go to jail.
When they was talking about this, I said the same thing. I said he ain't gonna do no time. He got too much money. Like, I didn't kill nobody. And these adults, these just allegations.
They kept coming back is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not trying to be funny,
Mm-hmm.
but you knew what you did. You knew what you heard before you did what you did. You know, heard about before you went there. And then you continue to return.
You are correct. I agree with you.
Yeah.
No, Metzger was right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What did you say?
That toxic dick.
That can go so many ways. And said Cuba Gooding Jr. That toxic dick.
And then we I don't know what happened with
and
Ghislaine
you don't
Maxwell.
think
What's
they
she
could
doing
fake
right
the
now?
moon landing?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You think they faked the moon landing? They said they did. No.
They've got videotape, and all of a sudden they don't.
You what?
I haven't went down that rabbit hole of why, people think.
Next week you might do some conspiracies.
They could fake the moon landing.
That on my birthday and some mushrooms.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They've got videotape, and all of a sudden they don't. You know, you have the director of the FBI on the show saying there's no if there was, nothing you're looking for is on those tapes. Like, what? Why'd they say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible shit? Why'd they say that?
Right.
Didn't Pam Bondi say that?
What, are you talking about Epstein or Diddy?
Yeah, Epstein.
Yeah, she said it literally, I think, a week before you had the FBI director sitting here telling you there was nothing, right?
She said
because they found it, and before they got all that shit suppressed, they're like, hey man, it's shit down here. Y'all wait till we get able to release this shit. Oh, we can't?
Something about that there was like thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible crimes.
There is. And didn't the FBI dude say that there was nothing?
Cash Patel said there's nothing you're looking for. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to push back.
Right. No, of course. I
obviously,
understand.
He's saying what he has to say.
Right.
Mystery surrounds the Jeffrey Epstein files after Bondi claims tens of thousands of videos. Tens of thousands. Jesus Christ.
Tell you what.
Chill. Oh, my God.
That
was reviewing.
Of course, it's tens of thousands. Hold on. I gotta do some math, man. So, a video this thing is a sex session. You know what I mean? So, let's say tops, it's an hour. You know what I mean? Shit, on some cocaine and shit. You know what I mean? So, let's say you're just making 4 videos a day. you gotta rest sometime. 5 days a week. That's on average. Some days you go on 2-week benders. Who knows? You know what I mean? So just averaging out 20 a month times 12. That's 240 a year. So then this just with him. This just with him in it. Okay, that times 10 years. That's 2,400. So if you think about all the people that was probably involved with it, so let's just say, so that's him. That's him. This is the ringleader. So let's just say, I don't know. That's still a lot right there. You know what I mean? Shit. 24,000 hours of Jeffrey Epstein fucks.
Yeah.
Probably want to burn your eyes out. Just think what Jeffrey Epstein's butt looked like. Well,
No, thank you.
He hit something from the back.
Tens of thousands of videos, the wealthy financier with children or child porn. The comment made to reporters at the White House days after a similar remark to a stranger with a hidden camera raised the stakes for President Donald Trump's administration to prove it has in its possession previously unseen compelling documents, or just bomb Iran and everybody forgets.
Just bomb Iran, yeah.
Everybody forgets about it.
Yeah, it seems crazy that we're just I would think just Trump's demeanor, his MO towards other countries. Like if we're the ones funding them, giving them all this money and they're trying to fight a war, like typically he would be putting his boot on their neck. Like, listen, you motherfucker, like he's talking shit, right? Like you have to do what I want you to do. And it just seems like, and now I think it just came out a couple days ago that they're trying to prosecute Netanyahu, right? And then Trump's helping with it, I think, trying to help him, Netanyahu, in that whole rigmarole.
Well, they're trying to try him while he's while he's in office,
right? And I think that
he's trying to delay it because he's like, look, we're at war,
right?
And they decide to go through with it.
Yeah. And I think something came out, I think a couple days ago. I could be wrong, but I was listening to Dave Smith talk about how Trump was actually like helping him through this. I don't know, could be wrong.
Okay, here it says, during a Fox News Channel interview in February, Bondi suggested an alleged Epstein client list was sitting on her desk.
Yeah. Well, the list is one thing.
Your rolling head looks fucking insane.
That's what I'm saying.
like it's nicely shaved. Yes, you know what I mean. She like ain't even got no type of shadow on it, but these veins in his head is insane. That's some steroids.
Client list was sitting on her desk.
Yeah. Well, the list is one thing, right? I mean, there's so many people on the list that are probably innocent, but they're
right. They just went to the island for a party.
No, there's got to be a fucking hard drive.
There's got to be
sitting in Tel Aviv right now.
Yeah, that's
listen. The other part was they asked Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers what their shit was.
He had like 100 cameras in that penthouse, in every single house.
Do you know his house is for sale in New York?
That's amazing.
He's 58. This is a handsome 58-year-old.
Yeah, and make that a podcast studio.
No, my wife found it.
Like, I mean, not handsome. You ain't gotta think he's handsome, but he look good for 50. I say, yeah, he look all right for 58. All right, okay, Joe. They always shave like when they get older guys always shave all their hair off their face so they look a little young.
On Trulia or whatever it is, one of the maps, and she's like, "Look at this beautiful." Because we were in the
townhouse.
Yeah, like it's not a townhouse. It's a house. It's like it's a big ass house. It's like multiple stories.
The one right across the street from Central.
He got no hair nowhere. Like he barely got some on his eyebrows. It's crazy.
Park.
Yeah, that one. It's for sale right now.
How much?
I think it was like 60 or 70 million. Something like that, which is what it's worth. But who wants to live in the Epstein house?
Me? Don't give a fuck.
First of all, if if I bought that house, I'd want the Clinton painting. Can you get me that painting?
Yeah.
Clinton in the
It's
blue
gotta
dress.
come with all that shit
I have
inside.
to have that painting. I want George Bush with the Jenga towers and the paper airplanes. I want all of it.
And then the lady just died too. The lady got hit by a car. One of the witnesses.
Yeah.
One of the Jeffrey Epstein witnesses. And then apparently she had like a husband who was abusing her. And you know, people like to. It's just like people like to use this stuff as like a political football to like argue for whatever they believe in.
And also, when you get rich, powerful people. So here's the thing.
How likely is a motherfucker to get hit by a car? But one of the, I mean, shit, I guess it's over with now.
One
So.
out of like 200.
Will you get hit by a car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's out. I mean, likely. Okay.
Especially depending on what city you live in.
Okay. Well, knowledge from Heather right there. She know how many people die from getting hit by a car.
What happens with rich, powerful people? They can't go anywhere, right? If you're,
You know, so I know. I know.
That's just caution. Okay, I get it.
like, say, a Jeff Bezos type or someone who's like an Elon Musk type. Let's just, and I'm not accusing them of anything. I'm just saying at that caliber of celebrity and that caliber of prominence, you can't go anywhere. If you're Bill Clinton back in the 80s or the 90s, whatever it was, you can't go party. You know, everybody knows who you are. You got to be protected, right? But you want these experiences. And so you have these guys, like a Jeffrey Epstein type guy, who works with the elite of the elite clientele. It's all movie stars, big time politicians, world leaders, scientists, Nobel Prize winners, and they all meet together and have fascinating conversations and cocktails, and there's beautiful girls everywhere. Of course. What a great idea.
Right.
And if you're naive and you don't understand honeypots.
Here's the quote from Maria Farmer, who was one of the accusers from what was inside
I'm at that party. Let's go.
the house in New York.
Okay, she said there were monitors inside this cabinet. I looked on the cameras and I saw toilet, bed, toilet. She said, visibly spooked. Like, I'm never going to use the restroom here and I'm never going to sleep here. You know what I mean? It was very obvious that they were like monitoring private moments. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Maria Farmer was the one who worked at Epstein's office.
That's even more. So I got footage of you just going to the bathroom. Probably got inside the toilet. You know what I mean? You sitting down and everything. The spray and everything. Oh my goodness.
That's in New York, I think.
And this was the house, Jamie?
Yeah, I was looking up stuff on the house. That was like what they
I wonder if
found
the
in
house still has fucking cameras in it somewhere that they haven't found yet.
They definitely, don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to scan the shit out of that house. You'd have to take the walls apart. There's probably listening devices inside the walls. Like, who knows? If this was like really an intelligence operation. Yeah.
Give me the house. I'll take it. How much?
Sold for $51 million.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. I don't think he was in a more expensive house.
It was 7 stories high.
Wow, 51 million? Yeah, I guess that's a lot, but how much was it worth though? Did it say that, or that gotta be the deal?
I thought I saw somewhere it said it was like worth 66 million or something like that.
Okay. Yes, that's a lot. We'll go with 66. It gotta be a deal. So if sold for 53 though, huh?
51.
51, huh?
Approximately 51 million.
51 million. Yeah, they can come and take that anytime they want. Awesome. You pay 51 million for it. Like you buying a house don't mean you still gotta pay property tax. You don't pay your property tax, gonna take your house. Can't pick up the house and take it away.
They probably had that house fully wired.
Maria Farmer, I think she was the chick who was working the front desk at his office in Manhattan.
If I bought the house now, I'm about to make a YouTube page on exploring the house.
And this is like a funny example of like what I like to do. My mom is super left wing. She's has her degree in fine arts. And,
oh boy!
And she still is like an art professor. And my dad is an ex post office worker, and he's only watches Fox. So my dad only watches Fox. They're divorced. My mom only watches CNN.
Jesus, why didn't they stay together? How weird.
Who knows? And they.
I would definitely like if somebody came up with that. Like, let's say you just act like you was in the Epstein's house, and you just and you're seen outside the Epstein house, and you're like, come on in, like, and then you act like you're going in like on cribs. You know what I mean? I'll watch that, like exploring the Epstein house. It ain't even the real Epstein house though. You know what I mean? Shit.
I like to like take things that are happening and the controversial things, like for Epstein example, and I like to just like call my mom and argue with her, like argue the right wing side against my mom's point of view on Epstein, and then I'll call my dad and I'll make the same argument toward the opposite argument towards him. It's like a fucking thought experiment, or like powerful people that are somehow compromised. And do I think like Clinton and these guys are pedos? No, I don't think that at all. But if you were Jeffrey Epstein, I think it's super plausible to assume that he would try to trick them with like a girl who looks old, right? Who is possibly like on the borderline of being 18. And you say, oh yeah, this girl, she's 18, 19, 20, whatever. Meanwhile, she's like 17 and they had no idea, and they have video footage. And in like
No.
He knew.
I know a shorty when I see one. Like, I know a 17-year-old between difference between it. Like even an 18-year-old still looks 17. You know what I mean? So 19, I think I can point out a 19-year-old. For some reason, they just look different. You know what I mean? Shoot, but
court of law, if I'm the judge, I'm gonna let them, like, of course they fucking lied to him, and this is not like some young girl, obviously, but they lied. But like in like the court of public opinion, you're never gonna win in that case, right? Like if that comes out, you're fucked.
You're fucked. I mean, you're fucked if you just go into the island to bang hookers. Like it's like they're of age. It's still like whatever he was doing, you preyed on people's desire for experiences and vice.
Yes.
And all these powerful people who, again, they can't just go call a hooker and the hooker goes, oh my God, I just blew Bill Gates. This is nuts. You know what I mean? Like you can't trust them. So you have to trust someone who really has a lockdown organization. And they felt like he did.
Yeah.
And that's why they all hung out with him even after he got arrested. This is what's crazy.
That is crazy.
A lot of Bill Gates meetings with him were after.
So he's saying, this just a nigga they got the hoes, you know what I mean? They don't say nothing. So that's why we're hanging out with him.
After he was prosecuted, and he got this little slap on the wrist, and he got essentially home detainment, and I think he had to do like weekends at the jail. Like it was like great for underage sex for what's supposed to be a felony. The whole thing is crazy. And then when there's one reporter that really chased it down, I forget her name, but she really looked into it, and that's when they opened up the second case, the second trial. Vicky Ward. Was she from what paper? Vanity Fair. So she was responsible for because she was like, this is insane. Like, what's going on here? And then there was the sheriff that had arrested him, said that I was told he was intelligence. And I mean, you gotta think, man, if a guy like that is running these kind of parties with all these rich and powerful people, how many different worldwide decisions can be manipulated because of these people and the compromises you have on them?
Right. Big facts. So you're correct. Okay. Well, we got a little insight on this. I still don't see. Well, okay, I see why people interested in it because, number one, he might not be dead. That's crazy. And then just the fact that the government ain't giving out all the information. You know what I mean? She's saying that there's no files and stuff like that. I mean, and of course, like what he just said, if just putting people that has a lot of influence in compromising positions, of course they're gonna make sure. Like my boy the judge, hey man, you better suppress that, man. Yeah, suppress that. I don't give a fuck what the Constitution says. You is the Constitution. Okay, sure. And the people that you know that you will get in trouble with, don't worry. I know them too. You know what I mean? Shit. Suppress that. You know. Mindy, you say you know much about the case. What are your thoughts on it so far?
I don't know. I still don't really know what to think about it, honestly.
I still don't care, for real. You know what I mean?
There's not enough information to make a decision on.
And he dead
No,
now.
they released stuff.
Well, who on the tapes?
Like all kinds of stuff. Like if you look
I need to know names of who else is on the tapes.
Yeah, it says all kinds of shit. People have been
Like who?
talking about
Who's on
it.
there?
If you look on Google.
Well, they said ain't no official list up.
I don't.
Who's
I've
it?
seen
Who's
different.
on the Epstein list?
No, the transcripts. It says it in the people.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The files. Yeah, it's not a list. It's files like a paper. You know,
Files,
like shit, conversation.
President Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Mick Jagger, Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, Sarah Ferguson, Walter Cronkite, Richard Branson, Phil Collins, Minnie Driver. Hold on. Let's stop there. I know that ain't all over.
Like once that list does go public, though, how many people are going to have their opinion change of people?
Say that one more time.
So once the list does come out and everybody does find out for sure who was on it.
They have to make a new Hollywood. Like Hollywood got to be shut down, and movies and stuff got to come from somewhere else now. Because like if there's a lot of famous people that go there, there's gonna be a lot of movies that with your favorite people that went there in them. You know what I mean? So whole catalogs. So if let's say if Robert Downey Jr. was on the island, Marvel is done. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna watch Iron Man or the Avengers anymore. You know, shoot. It had to be a whole new Hollywood. New companies have to take over contracts, because I'm not gonna watch it if Marvel putting it out because you backed Robert Downey Jr. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So yeah, I think a lot of things have changed. Maybe. I mean, shoot, because probably not. Because real talk, I don't care what R. Kelly did to get him in jail, but I still like R. Kelly music. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I never really cared about your personal life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Your personal life, I don't really care about. Now, if what you're famous for is your personal life, so like, let's say there's this content creator named Greg Doucette, and I was really a big fan of his, but then he started hating on another creator I like, but not. He like you just straight hating, you know what I mean? Shit, I didn't like that, you know what I mean? So, I only like you because of your content that you make, so I can't watch your content no more because this is what you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if he was a football player and I like watching him play football and not his podcast, I'll still watch you play football. But there's nothing else for me to watch. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I think so. It might not change nothing. Who knows? So, you got anything to promote, Minda?
7 a.m. Monday through Saturday.
Yay. Check us out, Interactive Online Fitness. If you want to join, hit me up. I'm on Facebook. Are you promoting anything, Heather?
Yep. $HLPME33.
All right. And we got the Long Strokes paint party this weekend on Saturday, 5 to 7:30. Go ahead and hit me up if you want to come. Still got a couple spots. And it is Wednesday, so next time you see me is tomorrow at 10 o'clock for another episode of Morning Ninjas Reacts. Then we come back here on Monday at 8:30 for another episode of Unveiling Ninjas Podcast. Okay. Then I'm coming back here. Oh, no. Morning Ninjas on Tuesday is not a thing anymore. So when you go 7 days in a row, it brings right back around to today. So join us next week on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Don't be late o'clock for another episode of Girl Talk. Hey. So y'all have a good night. Appreciate you for tuning in. Holla back. Holla.
Every Wednesday at 8, don't you be late. We gon' keep it simple. Here at Girl Talk. These beautiful queens talking anything and hosted by Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Talking anything and hosted by Girl Talk. So when the ladies sit with you, it's time to listen to what they have to say. Girl Talk.